Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little random, sort of like a vlog style, sort of obviously sit down and chit chat. But today I wanted to just like check in with you guys, talk about what's been going on, give you a little bit of a life update from me. I have Arlo sitting right here in the Dot right next to me, so he may make an appearance, we'll see. Yeah, I've been kind of quiet on here over the last week and a half or so, and that was very intentional given everything that's going on in the world right now. I really wanted to give the space for others to share out, and while I've been quiet on this platform on YouTube, I've been very vocal on Instagram. So if you follow me there, I have been sharing a lot there, specifically related to the Black Lives Matter movement. I am so passionate about this. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I won't talk too much about it because I do want to update you guys on some other stuff, and I've also been talking about that a lot over on Instagram, but I don't know, today I just want to get really like real with you guys and be super honest about where my head's at, and also like what's been going on with us a little bit at home, and yeah, just stuff like that. And then today is actually Jordan and I's 7th wedding anniversary. You guys are going to see this tomorrow. I'm going to edit this video today and get it out to you in the morning, so you guys will see this the day after our anniversary. But we're going to end the day today by going to the beach. We wanted to get out this weekend and get there, and it just didn't happen. And we actually ended up binge watching TV all weekend long. But yeah, so we're going to go to the beach later today, and I thought that would be a nice way to end this video. And hopefully for those of you that maybe don't live near the water, or you just are craving something like that, it could help refuel your soul a little bit while it's refueling ours. So first things first, talking about the Black Lives Matter movement, like I said, I have been trying to give the space on this platform to amplify others' voices. And if to be real honest with you guys, like, I can't get on here and put out haul videos and what I eat in a day and baby updates and things like that. I can't get on here and do that and feel good about it, knowing that there's all this other stuff going on, and there's all this other stuff going on that I'm so passionate about, and there's others who are, fighting for a lot right now, and I feel like I consider myself part of that fight as well. I'm also just gonna say it right now, like, this is such a hot and heavy issue that, like, I understand there's a lot of dialogue and there's a lot of conversation going on, and I've had a lot of conversations with people about it, but I will not tolerate like hate here. So if you leave like a super ignorant and hateful comment, it's just gonna get deleted. I'm actually, at this point, I'm still kind of, I feel back and forth on whether I even want to allow comments on this video. I'm not monetizing this video. You won't see ads in the start of this video because that's not what this is about. I'm not trying to make money on this topic. I just want to actually talk to you guys about this topic and also like other stuff. If you hear Arlo, like I said, he's right here, so he might be making his little noises, but he's just looking at me. I'm gonna envision positivity. That's what I really want out of this, but if comments do get out of hand, I'll just turn them off. So anyways, I have always considered myself like like aware in this area. You guys, if you do follow me on Instagram, or if you've watched any of my videos, you know anything about my family and friends, Jordan and I are from a super diverse area. We have friends and family and teachers, employers, principals, anything, everything of all different races. And so we grew up just super aware in this space. However, the last week or so I've been really taking a step back to like read a lot of content, to hear from other people, to learn more about how they're feeling. And it's been super eye-opening to me. And so I, have found that while I don't think I'm an ignorant person, I've been ignorant to some of the injustices in the world. And I've been really taking the time to like step back and reflect and think about with my kids, how I want them to be raised and how I want them to grow up, and what toys they're playing with and what books we're reading them and who their classmates are. And, we don't live in an area that's super diverse. We live in Orange County, California, and it's mostly white people, especially in the area we live. And so I don't want my kids to grow up with a totally different experience than I grew up with. So that's a lot of what I've been thinking about lately. I've been sharing a lot on this topic and where I stand on Instagram. I've been sharing a lot of resources on Instagram. I've been busy like signing petitions and donating money and supporting Black-owned businesses and supporting businesses that are donating proceeds to different foundations, and doing my research and trying to share what I find with you guys, and just like educating and learning along with all of you guys. So if you do want to see more of that, I'd love if you follow me there, and I'm always sharing in Instagram highlights. And then I also have it saved to a highlight on my profile as well if you want to look there. But I just want to say, like, super loud and clear, this movement means so much to me. We are making history right now. Like, this is the stuff, this time period is something our kids are going to read about in their history classes and learn about, aside from COVID-19 and the pandemic. Like, this civil rights movement that's going on right now is huge. And I've been so touched by all the pictures of people out there protesting, and I wish we could go out there and protest ourselves, but you know, with 2 young kids, it's not in our best interest to right now, and we also don't have babysitters or family nearby to watch them. So, you know, my FOMO's kicking in, but just know that like I'm out there on the streets if I could be. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to address that on here because, like I said, I have content I actually filmed a week or 2 ago, and it just doesn't feel right to upload it just yet. It doesn't feel right to be so vocal and passionate about this on Instagram and then not address it at all on YouTube. And that's not authentic to me. That's not in line with how I communicate or how I prioritize things. It doesn't feel right for me to just jump into the fun side of YouTube and not address real life, when you guys know I'm always so upfront about everything with real life with you. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to say where I stand there, a little bit about how it means to me, and then, you know, I'm making the commitment to be aware of these things and to be more mindful of how I'm raising my kids. And I really believe all of us together, we are changing the world, and this is really, really pivotal for the human race. So that sort of brings me to my next update. So like I said, you guys might have seen, if you do follow me on Instagram, you might have seen last week I talked about getting some tough news on Monday. And so I just wanted to update you guys just very briefly on what that is like, I guess. And I honestly have gone back and forth with like whether to even talk about any of this stuff, because I don't want this time, I've been super mindful of like drawing attention back to me, you know? Like, I think what we hear a lot is that like white people have this ability to make everything all about themselves, and I don't want to do that in this time. But at the same time, this is my channel and this is where I share my life with you guys, and it's been really weird to not do that. And I want to be able to, bless you, bless you, bless you. I want to be able to share my life with you guys, and I share everything with you guys. So okay, so last week I found out that I lost my job, and it's been weighing on me for a number of different reasons, and I am not and cannot get into specifics. Like, I get asked a lot about where I work and what I do, and I've always kept my professional life very separate from my YouTube life. And if you guys don't know this, then no, YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my career. I actually work a full-time job that I've worked really hard at over the last few years. I've been with the same place for almost 5 years. I've worked my way up and kind of gone up in a couple different positions, and I just lost my job out of nowhere, which has been weighing on me a lot emotionally. And I've been going back and forth with like whether to even talk to you guys about it, because it's honestly, it's just like, it's so weird to even say that and act like I'm struggling when there's people out there losing their lives. But at the same time, it's like a very real thing that I am now facing and that my family is now facing. And it feels weird to not address it with you guys when I've talked to you about everything else under the sun. I've talked to you about I've given birth twice on this channel on video. I have talked to you about postpartum depression. I've welcomed you into our new home and showed you around. And so like, this is a really, really big deal that's like kind of rocking my world, and so to not acknowledge it doesn't feel right. But I just want you guys to know I'm also like struggling with acknowledging it because there's so many other things to worry about right now. And there's so many people losing their jobs right now. Like due to the pandemic, there's so many people out of work and it just sucks. And I am not out of work due to the pandemic. For me, it was actually just like, you know, a business move, which makes it a little harder to swallow because it's just such poor timing. And then getting the news halfway through my maternity leave is not ideal. Like getting fired on maternity leave is rough. And like I said, I'm not here. Sorry, I'm kind of going around and around. I'm like nervous to talk about this. And I'm also just, this is kind of the way my head is operating these days. But so I've always kind of been asked where I work, what I do, what my career looks like. And I've always kept it very separate from YouTube. I've always, you know, I haven't openly talked about it before and I'm not openly going to talk about it right now. I'm here just to give you guys an update, let you know like kind of what's going through my mind and Jordan's mind right now. But like, I'm not going to get into specifics. One, because legally I can't, but two, it's also just like, you know, a matter of privacy. Like I've always kept it separate because that's my career. Like YouTube is a hobby and it's, you know, in my mind, it's like, it's okay, Bubba. Oh, here's little man. He was having FOMO. You were having just a little FOMO. But in my mind, this is like a hobby, but it's also, you know, like a part-time job on YouTube. And it's also a relationship I have with all you guys. And it's more, you know, inspiring and fun, but it's not my salary, pay my bills, hard, you know, day in, day out type of 9-to-5 type thing. So I've always kept them separate just because I worked really hard in my career to get to a certain place and I never wanted to like muddy those waters at all, and I still don't. But just to address it, like that's why I've never openly talked about my job before. But now that I've lost it, it's kind of hard to not acknowledge that with you guys. I've also gotten asked a lot if I would ever do YouTube full time, or if I wanted to do YouTube full time, or if I planned on going doing this as my job. And yeah, I mean, that's always been a goal of mine, but I honestly didn't see it happening right now. To be totally honest with you guys, like another question I'm just like answering all the frequently asked questions right now. But another question I get is like, you know, you have a decent sized following and I see people with less followers who are doing this full time. Why can't you? And to be honest, I could do this as my only job if we lived in a more affordable area. But Orange County, California, it is expensive to live here. And so yes, I could do YouTube full time, but not live comfortably and provide for our kids comfortably the way that we have gotten used to doing, like selfishly and honestly. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, my plan right now is when I am done working, when my full-time job is fully up, I don't know if I'll look for other jobs. I might try and make this my full-time thing. And that's super scary because I wasn't totally ready to do so, but I also believe in myself and Jordan really believes in me and I believe in this channel and I believe in what we're here to do. And I think I could do this for real, but it's scary, like, you know, doing it a little sooner than you're ready to. But maybe I'm also like leaning into the faith aspect of it, and like maybe that's why this is happening right now, is to push me to finally do it. And maybe that means I'm meant to go for this full time now, and I'm meant to have the time to put 100% into my channel and make this a real thing. I don't know. So, you know, as far as like, could I do YouTube full time? Would I do YouTube full time? We'll find out, because it's getting real. And I guess that's another reason I wanted to talk to you guys about it, just because, you know, my income is being significantly reduced when I didn't expect it, when I'm out on maternity leave. And so if you see like sponsored content on my channel, or if you see me uploading like a crap ton more, that's why. Like, I'm gonna upload so much more because I'll have time to do it, and I'll have, you know, hopefully, I mean, I've got 2 kids at home and we're not gonna send them back to daycare because don't have an income anymore. And the daycare isn't even fully open for Christian, but that's a whole nother topic. But you know, if you see me uploading a lot more, and obviously I'll continue to talk about it on my channel, but that's why, is because I am gonna go gung-ho with all of this. And at the same time, if you see sponsorships and if you see me talking about companies, first of all, I would never do a sponsorship, job or no job. I would never do a sponsorship without it being a company that I back personally. I mean, I talk to you guys about different brands, whether it's sponsored or not, but I just want you guys to like give me a little grace during this time, because creating content during this time in society feels very strange to begin with. But also being silent on my YouTube feels very strange, and I also need to put a little more effort in because this has been a part-time job and now it needs to be a full-time job. So there's like all these layers to this that I just wanted to be super upfront with you guys about, because your viewership and our relationship means so much to me. And honestly, this channel, there's no point in doing it if it's not for you guys. And I always try and be as transparent and honest with you all as I possibly can. Like I said, there's always going to be details I can't divulge for either privacy purposes or legalities. I'm not going to be super open with stuff like that, but it doesn't mean I don't want to be open and open up my life to you guys. And I don't know, I guess I just felt like I needed to get all of that off my chest, because I found out I lost my job a week ago today, and it's so weird. I haven't cried at all, and all my friends keep being like, Olivia, what's wrong with you? Like, are your tear ducts broken or something? Like, my sister-in-law cried when I lost my job, but I haven't yet. And I think it's because 2020 is just so mind-blowing, and there's so many other important things going on that I feel like I can't cry over it yet, but I might cry now talking to you guys about it. But I got on Instagram last weekend, and it was like right after the riots. Jordan and I spent like all last Sunday watching the news and watching the riots in LA, and I just felt so emotionally heavy for everybody. I felt heavy for, you know, the people out there protesting and all the pain that they've been experiencing for years and decades, and what has driven them to that point. And then I felt emotionally heavy for, you know, the good officers who are out there trying to protect our people, and just that there's so much just pain. And then I had gotten some news about a friend who's going through some really awful stuff with her own life, and that was just like, I just feel like I'm just like constantly thinking and like praying for other people to uplift them. And so I got on Instagram and I was talking about how like my heart hurt for so many people, and it still does. But then the very next morning, I got the news that I lost my job. And I got the news in the middle of Arlo's 2-month doctor's appointment. And that was really hard. I don't think I remember anything from the doctor's appointment. I had to have Jordan tell me later, like, what the doctor said and what we talked about, because it just was like I literally found out, and then she walked in, and she probably thought I was like a deadbeat mom because I'm like on a work call during my kid's doctor's appointment, but I knew it was a super important call, and I don't know. So I guess it's just been a heavy freaking week, and it just felt really weird, like not opening up to you guys, because I'm normally so open on here, and it's scary. Like, I don't know what the next few months are going to look like, and we moved into this house and signed a lease, paying a little bit more with job security, so you know, we'll figure it out. Like, as long as I have my babies and my husband and we're healthy and we're safe, that is all that matters. Like, job, no job, like, we have a roof over our heads and we're healthy and none of us are sick. But, and like I said, so many people have lost their jobs due to the pandemic. And even though mine isn't due to the pandemic, I recognize that like a lot of other people are going through it. So it's hard to sit here and complain when we have so much good. And I just feel really thankful that I have YouTube as like a secondary income, and I can fall back on it and lean into it. And like I said, I'm embracing the fact that everything happens for a reason, and this is just meant to happen now. Can you guys see him chewing his hand? He is like such a hand chewer. But yeah, I don't know. So I could sit here and ramble forever, but I just wanted to update you guys on like what's going on, where my head's been, and just be real honest with you that like I don't want to go ghost on YouTube. I don't want to not acknowledge with you guys what's going on in my life or what's going on in the world, because that's not that's not authentic to myself, and that's, you know, hopefully you guys want to hear from me. So I'll leave comments on, and because I don't want this to just be me talking at you guys. Like, I love reading your comments. I'll delete the hateful ones. But if the hateful ones get out of control, I might just turn comments all the way off too. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's kind of all I have to say for now. I know I've been rambling a lot. I'm sure I'll think of other stuff that I wish I would have said that I didn't. But just know I'm so committed to raising my boys to be good men and to value equality and to respect women and to make this world a better place. It honestly is like the biggest responsibility that I take so seriously. Like, and boys or girls, like that's just us as parents raising the world's future generations is so incredibly important. And I'll talk more about that as I'm planning on ordering, I've been breaking out books that have more diversity, like ones from my childhood that I had completely forgotten we even had. And I'm ordering more for Christian, and I'm ordering like different diverse toys for him. And so I'll talk about those on my channel too and share them with you guys as I'm incorporating those, because, you know, we all could be better at that. I'm guessing, at least. I've heard from a lot of people on Instagram that that stuff is helpful as well. So, all right, let's go finish the day and head to the beach. Here's my outfit of the day. I have my Raise Good Humans graphic tee and these leopard print shorts from Target. They're so cute. I feel like they're a little small on me, but that's okay. I've got them paired with these new Steve Madden sandals that I got. These are their travel sandals. I love these. I feel like everybody has these, and I definitely want to get them in the clear color too. But since we're going to the beach, I'm actually going to change out of them into some slip-ons, so I figured I'd show them to you first. And here's Christian. What you got there?
Banana.
A banana. And who's on your shorts?
Third banana.
Yeah. Who's on your shorts? That was a big bite of banana.
Cheers.
Whoa.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Bubba, can you say happy anniversary? Can I have a kiss? Okay. Can I have a kiss? Mwah. Thank you. All right, so we just got to the beach. We're going to go down there. Jordan's just paying for parking, and then we're gonna go head down to the water. Still 80 degrees and super sunny, even though it's like 6 p.m. or something. So we're going to spend our 7th anniversary as a family down at the beach. It's honestly the perfect way to do so. I cannot imagine celebrating any other way. So yeah, I hope you enjoy these clips. I hope if you're in need of an outing or the beach yourself, I hope that this will help bring you some peace and you can picture the waves and the seagulls and just use this as like a getaway to give you a couple moments of quiet and calm and peace. Remember, we're all in this together. And thank you guys for watching. I love you all, and I'll talk to you really soon. Oh, you are killing it.